Welcome to Pink Cake Princess. I'm Andrea and today I'm going to show you how to bake a rainbow layered cake using a vanilla packet mix. Create this gorgeous rainbow inside cake. You can also learn how to create the cake topper and also how to finish decorating the rest of the cake in the tutorial links at the end of this video. This cake is perfect for a rainbow limb bands party, so if your girls are into rainbow limb bands right now, it's the perfect treat for their birthdays. I'll be using 3 vanilla packet mix and also 4 of the primary food colours. For each packet mix I'm using 2 eggs, a little bit of butter and milk according to the packet's directions. In a bowl I'm adding in the cake mix, the butter, the eggs, the milk, and then I'm just going to mix it for several minutes until it's all combined with my handheld electric mixer. Next, I'm going to divide the batter into 2 bowls, just guessing roughly what half would be. If you want to, you can check the actual weight measurements using a scale. Next, I'm using my gel food dye and I'm adding in the colours a drop at a time and mixing it through. With the yellow, I've used 6 drops of yellow, and with the red, I've used 12 drops of red food gel dye. I'm using 2 8-inch cake pans and I'm just lining the bottom with some baking paper. I'm just spraying the bottom of the pan with some oil, or you can grease it with some butter. Now I'm just pouring my cake mix batter into the pans, smoothing them out towards the edges with my spoon, and then just tapping and shaking it so that that layer is even before I place it into my oven and bake it. I've baked it for about 1/3 of the time suggested on the packet mix because I have divided the batter into 2. It took about 15 minutes to bake, and while it was baking I mixed up a second lot of cake mix and I've mixed my green and blue through. I used about 8 drops of green and 8 drops of blue. Now I've taken my first 2 cakes out of the oven once they're cooked and I'm letting them cool down once I tip them over onto a cooling rack. If you are liking this tutorial, don't forget to click the like button below, and if you want to save it, click the add to favourites for future reference. I'm going to clean my pans and reline them with some more baking paper before I pour my second lot of batters through. And again, tapping them and placing them into the oven to bake again for about 15 minutes. Now I'm just reusing my 2 bowls that I used earlier with my 3rd batch of cake mix. This just saves time from washing up so many bowls. Okay, now I'm just weighing it just to make sure that the portions are correct, or you can just estimate. Once your second lot of cakes have cooked, you can take them out and let them cool again on your cake racks. And here I am just showing you how to quickly clean your pan with some tissue and then reline them again with some more baking paper. This just saves you time from washing them all up. And to mix my final colours through, I'm creating purple and also orange. In total for the orange colour, I've used 2 drops of red and 6 drops of yellow, and for the purple I'll be using 2 drops of blue and also 6 drops of red. Then pouring them into my pans and baking them again together for about 15 minutes until a skewer comes out clean. Okay, once all my cakes have cooled down, I'm just going to tip them over onto some baking paper. And now I'm using a leveler or serrated knife just to cut the top of the cakes off to level them. Each layer of cake is about 1.7 centimeters, so not very thick at all. I'm going to place a cutoff of a grip mat on my turntable, and I'm placing an 8-inch cake board on top, placing some of my Swiss meringue buttercream so that the first layer of cake can glue on. You can find the recipe to the buttercream on my channel as well. Using my offset spatula or flat knife, I'm just going to spread the buttercream to layer the cake, starting from the middle and spreading out so that you don't lift up the crumbs. Next, lifting up my blue layer and then placing it on top, and again repeating the layering of the buttercream in between the layers of all the cakes. Make sure you get the order of the cakes in the right colour. And then finally adding the top layer. Going around with my buttercream and smoothing over the edges. Just creating a crumb coat around the whole cake to seal in all the crumbs and the top before I place it into the fridge to let it firm up for about half an hour. Then you can take the cake out and place another layer of buttercream around the edges, and you can smooth it over, smoother than I have done if you want to finish off the cake like this now. I've continued and covered my cake with fondant. You can continue to see the progression of the cake by watching how I create